you didn't stumble here. You were listening for something. A voice between stations. A signal that doesn't shout, but stays. This is Strange Darkness Radio.
A place where questions aren't rushed, where silence has weight, where the unexplained is given room to breathe.
Welcome back, Amy. Welcome back, Mike. Welcome back, Mr. Washington. A whisper from Art Bell, somewhere out there. Something is watching.
Maybe that's why you're here, because you felt it too. That quiet pull, that sense that the story isn't finished, that reality is edges we haven't traced yet. So stay with us, lean in. The signal is clear, the night is long, and we're just getting started. Still searching, still listening. This is Strange Darkness Radio.
We're back again. But yes, Strange Darkness Radio, new intro once again. You know how things work. Change happens. So welcome everybody to the show. Welcome Amy and Mike. How are you doing? Who wants to go first?
I'm doing good. Just had some dental work done a couple last week, so that's always fun to deal with.
Yes.
Other than that, everything's good on my end.
Nice.
Yeah. Same here. I just got back from Arizona, so that was really nice. It was nice because it was like 86 degrees out there compared to the cold out here. Well, it's been a little bit warmer out here though, but it was nice out there. I had a good time.
As of late, but yes, it was raining for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. How about you? How are you doing?
Tired. I will tell you straight up. I had so much going on these past couple of I'd say past week for the most part. And so yeah, doing a lot of show stuff and a lot of things in the background. So yes, but I am here ready to go. But yeah. So with that being said, I want to actually let you guys know of a couple of things that are happening. And when I say you guys, I'm talking about the public, our YouTubers, our podcast listeners, and all that good stuff. I want you guys to be aware that we are running a contest right now to where when you hear a name that's out of order, out of sync, makes no rhyme or reason why I'm saying it, it is the phrase or the name that you are going to want to take down. Send me an email at strangedarknessradio@gmail.com as fast as possible before anyone else. And if you do, you will get a Strange Darkness Radio hoodie and various other things. We have all kind of crazy things like coasters. So there's nothing wrong with having a Strange Darkness Radio coaster sitting on your drink just to not damage your furniture. So that's always fun. And plus you can tell people what it's about, where you got it, and to listen. But also various different things, but also, a little Visa card, with $25 or on it or so. We'll see. But yeah, so when that phrase is said, it's going to be on the show that is running now, which is this show and 3 shows. One show's already running, and then this show and the next. So, yeah, look out for that name. And if you guys hear it, take it down, send me an email straight away, and see if you are the winner. You will leave your information.
You said a show that's already running though, like the one before this one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's on 3 shows. So that way, this is one of the shows, and the show will be marked with a logo. And so you will know I'm not even going to say the names of the show because I have it marked with a logo. So once you see that logo, you'll know that the game is afoot. So yeah. So with all that being said, again, check it out. Check out our socials. Check out our YouTube. This is because of us hitting 50,000 subscribers. I wanted to thank all of our listeners and YouTubers out there for subscribing, for listening. Same with the podcasters. Everybody can play. So yeah, definitely check it out. But with that being said, I think I hear Amy's
squeaky.
Amy's squeaky
Oh.
toy. Amy has a new puppy. No, don't
grab
stop.
it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That's awesome. But yeah, she has a new pet. I don't know if you want to say the name, but
Yeah, her name's Millie, and she is so cute. She's just like the cutest little thing I've ever seen. So,
ooh, is that the phrase? I don't know if that's the phrase, only because I didn't say it. So, very interesting. That's a trick. So, just out there, it could be. Email it. You never know. I don't know. We'll see. But with all that being said, I want to thank Miss Tydeman for being with me the whole time, for the most part, on Strange Darkness Radio. She's been a godsend. She's been amazing. I'm going to put up a little thank you for her on Instagram and our YouTube channel. But I just wanted to personally thank you, Amy, for being with me the whole time, riding with me on this voyage, being my ride or die when it comes to the podcasting game. You've been incredible. And that doesn't mean any pressure for whatever happens and what you do in the future. Just for the record, people, because, Amy's always highly sought after. But yeah.
By who?
What's that?
By who?
By everyone. But yeah, no, I just wanted to thank you, Amy, because I just wanted to let you know it definitely does not go unnoticed, and I'm so happy and proud to have you with me on this voyage, and Mike and all of our other hosts. But Amy has always been there for me and just backing me the whole time. And it's been an incredible ride, and I hope it goes for years to come. So people like and subscribe, get us funded so she doesn't run off. But I just want to thank you, Amy, for that.
Well, that is so incredibly nice, Bobby.
Yes.
I really appreciate that. And or were you actually? Am I cutting you off? Or
No, you're good. You're good. No, you're good.
Okay. Yes. Well, I am feeling very appreciated, and I know I get mad at you sometimes, but you always reel me back around. So, but anyway, thank you. That's incredibly sweet. Bobby.
Well, no, thank you, definitely, and it's been fun, and it's been amazing. So just thank you for that, because people have come and gone on this show, and for whatever rhyme or reason, people have lives to live, and we all do. And I just want to thank all the hosts. And Mike's just getting into this voyage and seeing how much energy and stress and everything that it really takes to put on a show. And I just want to let you know that doesn't go unseen. And I put you in all kind of crazy situations, whether it's post or, just ideas. And you're always there to say yes for the most part, unless it's extremely crazy.
Soon to
but
be
I don't
out
think if you've actually said no to anything yet. So we'll see.
Well, the Ouija board, she said no to.
Oh, yeah. Well, we haven't done it yet.
Oh, wait, wasn't he talking about you though, Mike? That you're willing to put up with everything? I think he was talking about you.
We'll see. We'll see how much more, how far this goes.
No, yeah. Well, Mike, I mean, you already, signed up for a lot of, craziness that I wouldn't even do. So, yes, no. But yeah, no, just to, I was thinking like, just to spotlight, the hosts that are on the show. And definitely I want you to be the first to be, the light to shine on. But yeah, so thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And the song may sound like some jazz nightclub thing, but it's not really meant to be like that. It's just I'm always in the R&B space when doing anything. But let's see. So, Mike, if you are ready, it's time to do the topic of the night, which is going to be extremely, extremely interesting.
Absolutely ready.
Okay, we have a little disclaimer, people, for you.
Before we begin, the following segment discusses ritual-based games and urban legends, including Kokkuri-san, the elevator game, the Three Kings ritual, and the Midnight game. These stories are shared for entertainment, discussion, and exploration of folklore. Strange Darkness Radio does not encourage, endorse, or recommend participating in any ritual, summoning practice, or dangerous activity described in this episode. If you choose to engage in any of these games, you do so at your own risk. Strange Darkness Radio, its hosts, producers, and affiliates assume no responsibility for physical, psychological, or spiritual consequences that may occur. Some doors, once opened, do not close easily. Proceed with caution.
Thank you, Benson, for that disclaimer.
Wait. Yep.
Are you ready for tonight's
Here's
games?
the real
Do you want to play?
intro. Here we go.
On this episode of Strange Darkness Radio, Mike Fernandez walks us down a dim corridor of haunted games, the kind you won't find at Toys R Us, not because the stores disappeared, but because these games were never meant for shelves. They're played in the shadows, at sleepovers when the lights go out, on camping trips where the woods listen back, in quiet rooms where someone decides to test the veil. These are games meant to summon, to challenge, to tempt. But tonight, there's another kind of game. One that doesn't require candles, or mirrors, or elevators to nowhere. This one requires you, your fear, your threshold. Because now, it's time for another form of play. Choose your curse with Amy Tydeman. If you had to carry something with you for the rest of your life, if the darkness gave you options, what would you accept? What would you refuse? There is no such thing as a harmless curse, only the one you decide you can endure. Strange Darkness Radio. Choose wisely.
Dr. Hynek.
Show is yours.
All right, everybody. Thank you first to Benson for that disclaimer, because yes, these games are quite. I've heard a lot of these coming up, looking into paranormal, a bunch of paranormal games and things of that nature. To start off with, let's start off with the easy one, and one that is very familiar to Western audience, because it has that same concept. It's basically the Ouija board, but from Japan. It is called Kokkuri-san. I hope I said that correctly. It is a divination game that was very popular in the Meiji era of Japan amongst a lot of the younger high school, junior high school students out there. Much like the Ouija board, it is set up with its own layout. I will show that real quick.
And for our podcast listeners, do check out our YouTube channel, and you can see this particular Ouija board type setup for the most part. Looks very interesting. But yeah, check it out.
Okay, so basically how this game is done is, or let's get into the name. From my understanding, the name Kokkuri-san comes from a amalgamation of three animal spirits. From my understanding, ko meaning fox, ku for dog, and ri for raccoon. So in order to play this game, there are a couple things you need. First, you need a sheet of paper, 2 pens, one being red and then one being black ink, and a 10 yen coin. So first, when you write this out, you want to, as the picture shows, you want to make a torii gate in red marker or red ink at the top middle. On the left and right side, you want to have yes and no. And the alphabet you want to use is the hiragana text, basically making the alphabet from top to bottom how they do in Japan. And then the 10 yen coin will be what you use for in place of the planchette on this one. Basically, the game is played with 2 to 3 people. You can have more for however many people can fit their index finger on that coin. So once you have everything written out, the numbers from, so this is a bit, I've found some people said you number it from 0 to 9, but then others say that it's only supposed to be 1 to 10 instead. So I've seen different iterations of that with the numbers side. Once you have everything set up, you also want to play in a room with a window or a door open. That allows Kokkuri to come into the room to answer the questions. Once everything is set, you're supposed to chant, Kokkuri-san, Kokkuri-san, if you are here, please move this coin. Now, it should be noted, though, that Kokkuri is a bit of a trickster, so you must take its responses with a grain of salt. You never know if you're going to get an accurate response from it or if you're going to get something completely off.
I hope, wait, I don't mean to stop you, but I hope this is not going to conjure something in this studio based upon we do have the board up and you just, at least the doors are closed. But anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's not good.
That was kind of creepy when he said that. The way he said it, I was like, ooh.
If the window in here rattled or the door knocked, then to be like, okay, that's a bit, but you need the coin though. So once you do and you've summoned it and you've there's no real indication other than the coin moving to show that Kokkuri is there and answering your questions. After you've played the game and you're kind of done with the game, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to let Kokkuri know that the game is over. You tell him, you say this to stop the game. Kokkuri-san, Kokkuri-san, please return home. After you're sure that the Kokkuri has left, or you have that from what people say, they have a feeling like everything like feels lighter.
Mm-hmm.
After you do that, you are supposed to, unlike when dealing with Ouija boards, people say you're never supposed to burn them or destroy them in any sense. But for this one, you can burn the paper, rip it up, or burn it. I would probably opt for both, and then. And then this is important, that 10 yen coin, you must spend that coin within 24 hours of playing the game.
Oh, wow.
Or what happens if you don't, though?
From what I've found out, it's just it sounds like just Kokkuri-san just follows you around. But from what it sounds like, he's more of a trickster spirit as opposed to being malicious or malevolent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To my knowledge, that is what I found that happens. In this, but it has caused quite a scare during the that time period when kids were playing it, because it was still a dark game. Parents were, and this caused apparently a mass hysteria a couple times in the schools. So schools have outright outlawed the game on the grounds
on campus.
Okay.
Yeah,
when did you say that this was played?
So it seems like it was created in the Meiji era, which is about, there's no direct time of when it was actually created, but it was between the years 1868 to 1912 is when it was created.
I wonder what came first, the Ouija board or this?
So I did look that up. The Ouija board came first.
Okay.
That was patented. I can't remember the year it said, but the Ouija board came first. And I don't know, because this is very similar to the Ouija board. I don't know if a Westerner showed that board or someone found out about it, how they found out about it. But yeah, this one came out, I want to say, from what I've found, even with the 1868, I think Ouija board was invented a little bit before that, I believe.
Yeah.
Are there have you seen any current videos of people trying to play that game now? Because I would love to know how easy it is for that coin to move versus when you're playing with a plastic planchette or something that's very light. I mean, I guess a little coin is light too, but I don't know. It just seems like the planchette would be easier to move as opposed to that coin.
Yeah, I think the coin would be much harder to move because usually with the planchettes they're like on the little or because it's on the board, it's not like on the paper that can like scuff it and move it around. Because usually on Ouija boards, whenever I used it, it moves very smoothly.
Yeah, I would love to look that up and see if people have been playing it in modern times.
I've seen one person do a YouTube short, I think, when they were talking about it, and they had their EMF or their they had this nearby, and in the video it kind of goes up, but don't know how trustworthy it is because you never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's very
I
interesting.
wonder, should we add that to the Ouija board night?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
but can you
I
get that
can't-
coin pretty easily? I guess.
Oh,
I
that's a
have
that's a good
I have the
question.
coin. When I went,
Oh.
when I went to Japan, I saved my coins.
Wait, then yes, we have to add that to the
Well,
list.
the only thing is, I can't read hiragana writing. That's the thing.
But you
see.
could do like the English letters, maybe, right? Maybe like your own version. I wonder.
I think at that point, you just might as well just play the Ouija board.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what I
maybe.
do like, you're not calling a demonic spirit, and this spirit, like you said, it's more of a trickster type character. So that is interesting, to where you're specifically asking for that entity to come. When you're doing a Ouija board, you're subject to whomever, whatever, comes, or whoever you ask. Hopefully that person appears. But yeah, so that is a little different.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like you're really trying to talk to someone like most in Ouija board. You're trying to reach a family member or people who are going crazy. Like, I want to talk to the devil, or I want to talk to like. I'm like, no, this one I think it seems like it talks to Kokkuri-san itself and not anything. They're not trying to summon anything else, from my understanding.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But that one I want to start off with because it's a very simple game. There's not really a lot of steps. You just kind of have to have the paper, the coin, and that's what I forgot to say. The writings of everything has to be in the black ink, where the Torii gate must be drawn in the red ink. And then that's and when you start the game, you're supposed to start on the Torii gate, the coin on the gate, because that means you're opening the gateway for it to come through.
Oh, okay.
To talk. Apologies, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that's all I really had on the Kokkuri-san. The next game I have is another game that seems to originate in Asiatic, because it says Japan and then others say South Korea it started in. This one is called the Elevator Game. This one I was a little unsure if this one started in Japan just based off of one of the floors you have to go to, which in Japan culture, they don't have this floor. Because in the States, for those who are overseas listeners, in America, we don't have a 13th floor in our buildings. And in Japan, to my knowledge, and from what I've seen too, there is no 4th floor because it's a cursed, much like ours, 13. For them, the number 4 is cursed. But so this one, I will say, I'm still going to credit Japan and South Korea for this one. It says it originated from there. But the Elevator Game. This one is a ritual that takes you supposedly to another world / dimension. Sorry, I keep moving away from the mic.
You can swivel it, just FYI.
Yeah, let me just. So to play this game, it's recommended 1 player from what I've noticed, from what I've been finding out, but others say you can have more people. So what you need is an elevator, of course, but the elevator has to be in a building of 10 floors, and I believe they have to be accessible floors. They can't be like that. You have to be able to get to the 10th floor. So preferably, I guess you could say 11 or more floors would be better. And then so here's the steps that you have to do to play this game. So when you enter in, you want to press the number 4 for the floor you're going to go to. So each of these say if someone else comes into the elevator while you're playing this game, you're supposed to restart. So if someone comes in that's not supposed to be playing the game, that you're supposed to just go back to the first floor, start all over again. So as opposed to writing this over and over, that's just how it's going to be. So first you want to go to the 4th floor. Once you get to the 4th floor, then you press for the 2nd floor. After the 2nd floor, then you want to go to the 6th floor. Then from the 6th floor, go back to the 2nd floor. And then when you get to the 2nd, go to the 10th floor, and then the 5th floor. Now, when you get to the 5th floor, something's supposed to happen. Supposedly, a woman is supposed to answer or enter. Is supposed to enter. This doesn't affect the game. She's apparently known to enter on the 5th floor, but when she enters, do not look at her, do not speak to her, just basically don't acknowledge her no matter what. Just don't acknowledge that she even walked onto the elevator. Supposedly she is not human. That's all that I was really able to find, that most people said, like, she is not a human spirit or an entity at all. So after that, you don't have to reset the game because supposedly she's going to be on there like she's supposed to show up.
Yeah.
So after the 5th floor, then you go to the 1st floor. Then you press the button for the 1st floor. Now, one of two things is going to happen. If the elevator descends to the 1st floor, the game failed and you have to start all over again. You just walk out of the elevator and you just redo it again and just try it again. But if you if you've done it right, instead of going to the 1st floor, it will ascend to the 10th floor. Now, once that happens, you're supposed to walk off the elevator, and again, the lady's supposed to be in there with you, but you're not supposed to acknowledge her no matter what. So don't respond to her, even if she's asking you, where are you going? Is something wrong? Just ignore her. She doesn't exist.
How do you know it's her and not just a person that lives there? And they're like, what are you doing? Like, you just, if it's like a normal person that said, what are you doing with the elevator? You're just supposed to like stand there, like, and ignore them. That's funny.
I mean, I ignore everybody who comes on the elevators anyway. Whenever I go on elevators, I don't talk to nobody.
Even if they talk to you, you would ignore them though?
Yeah, people do that a lot though.
It depends, I guess.
I talk to everybody on the elevator. I like playing
you're one of those,
That's
Bobby.
I do that on purpose because it's like, people need to talk more to other people. But
yeah. Sometimes I'll say hi in an elevator, but more often I just ignore people. I don't know. It just depends how friendly they look, because some people come in and they just look like they do not want to be bothered. So I just won't say anything. But
it depends. Like for my jobs, sometimes like if I get on an elevator, people will just ask me like, "Oh, like what are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I'm just here running errands, doing the like." I understand the chatty people, but from my understanding too of this lady, you'll know she's not. She just has, apparently from what I found,
she'll be floating.
She has like a feeling of like about her that like most people say like it's just unnerving, or you're not like, it's just kind of, it just seems like a more intuition. Like you just know something's not right with this woman.
I feel like it's just unnerving because you went through the whole process and you knew that on the 5th floor, some woman's going to walk in. So any woman that comes in, you're going to be freaked out automatically. I know I would. Like, no matter what they look like, I'll be like, oh my God, that's her.
Play it safe and just go back to the 1st floor and just start all over again.
No, but you're supposed to have a person appear, so that's the whole point.
From what I found, yeah, like I said, from what I found, it says that she appears on the 5th floor a lot. I've seen some too would say where she doesn't appear at all, and I guess you're just lucky if she doesn't appear at all. But you should just go through the game, and like I said, once you press for the 1st floor, if it descends to the 1st floor, the game didn't work, so you just have to redo the steps. But when it ascends to the 10th floor, you've supposedly entered the other world. One way you will know is from what people said when they played the game is the hallways are just dark for no reason. Like the lights in there don't work.
That would be creepy, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so you get out, and then this lady just comes with you?
No, she will stay on the elevator. So when you just basically, I think I didn't look into that, but I'm assuming you can step off the elevator, and then when it closes, that's when she leaves, because she's not going to get off and follow you. But once you kind of get off, I don't really know how much you want to spend in a dark hallway per se. So this one was kind of, but
so you get back on the elevator
to go if you want to come back to the real world. So what you do is you go back through the same elevator you came through, and you press the buttons in the same sequence: 4th floor, 2nd floor, 6th floor, 2nd, 10th, and 5th.
Wow!
And then when you reach the 5th floor for the button, you press the 1st floor, and you're supposed to go back when you come out the 1st floor. But when you reach the 1st floor, you want to check to make sure it's the real world. So you want to, because from what it sounds, people like when they do it, the 1st floor feels off, it feels wrong. Like this doesn't feel like the real world. And then, but when you do that sequence and you go from you press the 1st floor and it does the ascend, descend. Yeah. So if it descends, you go to the 1st floor, just check to make sure. But if it starts ascending to go back to the 10th floor, you're supposed to press buttons to stop it from doing that, and it'll cancel it from trying to take you back to the 10th floor.
That's a lot of instructions to
it's
remember.
It's a lot. Trust me.
That's a lot of stuff.
But I think this is why they're called ritual games, because they have it's not like just Kokkuri-san where you just have a couple of things. Like these ones seem to have steps, and you have to follow them to that degree.
Yeah.
You'll know you've reached back to the you reached back to the normal world when like apparently everything feels okay or looks normal. Nothing looks out of place. It didn't really go into, like a lot of people from what I'm finding, it didn't go into specifics about what is wrong with the lobby. I think it just depends. But that's what I found. Now, if you thought the elevator game.
Wait, before you move on, have you ever heard of a friend, because obviously if the person went missing, their friend or loved one would have to say they were playing the elevator game and they never came back. Have you ever heard of any stories like that?
There supposedly was one, and I don't know any details. I believe it was because I heard one story of a brother, sister, or two sisters playing the game in their dad's hotel, and the little sister went missing. The dad chalked it up to it was a kidnapping, because it was so I believe it was in Malaysia. I can't recall, but again, stories on the internet, you always have to take them with a grain of salt. I haven't found this story published on like news outlets or anything like that. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
I wonder if that Elisa Lamb was trying to play that game.
So that was one of the things too that people said that she might have been playing that game.
Because it looked like she was pushing the buttons. You can see her pushing the buttons. She even stepped out one time and then got back in, and then she looked around. I don't know what floor she was on.
Like she was freaked out looking around, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think in the video you can see either what floor she was like. It was stuck
like it
on.
was at the 5th floor.
Like, cause it doesn't, cause you can't see the little, I don't know if it has the dial, like how most elevators have, like it lets you know what floor you're on, or like the little plaque outside that says like, 5th floor, 4th floor, that kind of thing. But yeah, that was one of the rumors that she was playing that game, supposedly, but
yeah,
I mean, it looked like that. It looked like she was.
It was very crazy that the doors were not closing at all. That was the weird, like, that was the thing that always caught my attention about that video, is like the doors never closed, and even if she was pressing buttons, like it never tried to ascend, descend, or do anything until she got actually off the elevator and the doors closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true.
And she did that at that one hotel, right? The one
yeah, it's a haunted hotel. Was it the Cecil?
Yeah, the Cecil, where where a bunch of bad stuff happened at that hotel.
It's like a lot of suicides.
I think Richard Ramirez was staying there at one point when he was laying low. So yeah,
really?
Stalker.
Yeah. So that one was very.
That one's in LA, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we should go there.
Heck no, I am not going to that.
You don't want no water from that hotel? You think their pipes are clean?
I will. No, I've heard so many bad things about that hotel. You can leave.
Yeah, she was her fluids were being showered. People were showering when her fluids were coming through. The drinking water,
she decayed.
Yeah, because she was in the water tank.
Oh my gosh!
They found her in the water tank at the top of the roof.
Yeah, because people were complaining about a foul odor coming from the water.
Well, some even said it was discolored.
Yeah,
because what happens when you pass away? Your sphincter releases everything. So, that's disgusting. Yeah, that is so gross. I don't think I could.
I would take sphincter over dead carcass.
Matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, they're both bad. I don't know. You would take a sphincter over that?
No, I'm just saying, like over a decayed dead body. I would. I
think both are going to be horrible no matter what.
For sure.
It's going to be bacteria.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I guess the sphincter is fresh, whereas the body is like. Oh man, yeah.
That's for later.
That's brutal. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's wild.
So if you thought that one had a lot of steps to it, though, Amy, this one, the Three Kings ritual, this one.
Oh wait, one more thing. I'm so sorry, Amy. Will you play that game at your office or a hotel?
The elevator game?
Yes.
Well, I couldn't play it at my office. There's way too many people coming on and off the elevator, and I I mean,
this
maybe.
this one didn't really have a time when you have to play this game at this time. I think generally people would play it at night when there's not a lot of people going on and off the elevator. I think that's why.
Have to be at like a big hotel that has at least 10
I mean,
or 11
I
floors.
might possibly do that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I would freak out if a lady walks on the 5th floor. Yeah. Yeah. Would you do that one, Bobby?
Yeah, I would do that one. I would try it. Yes.
Okay.
Worst case is nothing happens, which is also a best case is that it doesn't happen.
What if you end up in another world? Another.
Is it supposed to be like a better world though? Like where people think they're going to?
Better.
I don't think anybody who said it or who've gone probably came back who had anything nice to say. Because most people who just say it just seems like whatever floor they go to, it just seems like the hallways are pitch black. And then one said that it seems like there was like a red cross at the very end of the hallway.
Oh wow.
And then I couldn't really see like when people say like if you do acknowledge the woman, from what people just said, like she decides to keep you. I don't know what that means.
Snap.
If you
so if you acknowledge her?
Yeah, they've used the word. I've seen a couple of things say that she keeps you, but I don't know what that entails.
Sounds like maybe she keeps you in the other world and you can never come back is what it sounds like, huh?
That one you're that instead of like probably going into it voluntarily where you actually go, she probably drags you there and then there's no like way back from but
yeah.
But no telling. I just wouldn't talk to her at all. I don't care if I'll just.
She's like, can you press number 3? And you're
what if like it's security because they see you on the camera playing all those games, and then on the 5th floor it's like, well, what are you doing? You stand there just to, like drag you off the elevator or something because you ignore them. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, that's a funny one.
So, ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
So. This one's called the Three Kings Ritual. From what I'm seeing, it seems like it originated in Mexico. So this one has like about 11 steps and that you'll need, or 11 items you'll need for this whole setup. Wow. So the first thing you need is a large, quiet room, preferably one that doesn't have windows. If it does have windows, you're supposed to put up like some like blackout curtains or shades, something that keeps the light from shining in, like completely. And then a door that has a latch that you can lock securely if needed. A pillar candle, so like a long candle, not like a small one.
Yeah.
Because you want the candle to be lit as long as possible. A lighter. Preferably, I would say a Zippo. That way you know it lights and not like a Bic lighter. A small bucket of water and a clean...
Constantine lighter. You guys can't see this.
The famous lighter.
Yes.
And then you need a small bucket of water and a clean mug or cup, an electric fan, 2 large mirrors, an alarm clock, but I think you can, from what I'm seeing, you can use the alarm on your phone too, so you don't necessarily need that. 3 chairs, a fully charged cell phone, and a trusted partner to help follow the rules and take the game seriously. And finally, a small object of sentimental or emotional value.
Dude, that sounds like a Diddy party. What's happening?
So this is everything you need before you play the game. So when you set up, you're supposed to start this up around 11 o'clock. Set up the room, put
11 o'clock at night?
Yeah, 11 o'clock at night. You set up 1 chair facing north. That's your throne. So that's where you will be sitting. Place 2 other chairs on either side of your throne, facing towards you. The queen and the fool will sit in these chairs when the game is played. You will take each of the large mirrors and place them in these chairs. They should be just out of arm's length of you, and when you play the game, they should be visible from your peripheral vision, so you should barely see your reflection out of these. But it is important that you do not look at these mirrors when you play the game. You place the bucket of water and the mug or cup or whatever in front of you, just within the reach, not enough that you can knock it over. and then place the fan behind you on low or a medium setting.
Wow.
And then turn off all the lights in that room and make sure that the door stays open. Once you've got that set up, you can, once you have that set up, you're supposed to go to your room, place your fully charged phone, candle, and lighter close by. That way you can just grab all of them and go, because you have a time limit from when this starts. So at this point, you should set your alarm for 3:30 a.m. and then once you'll wake up, that's when the game is going to be starts to play. Any questions going forward, or you guys have anything to say before?
Are they sitting in the seat for all that time?
No, you go to your room and you like kind of rest, go to bed, because you want to be rested before you play the game. So it says like by then you should have everything set up for this game to start.
Oh, so you sleep first and then wake up at 3:30 and then you go sit in that chair.
Yeah.
Those chairs.
So you should have like it tells you because they preface this a lot. It should take you less than 3 minutes to get into the room to start the game. So you should be seated in the chair and ready to go by 3:33 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, just those rules saying you're not allowed to look in the mirror will make me want to look in the mirror. like I don't think I'd be able to stop myself from looking in the mirror. Do they say what happens if you look in the mirror?
From what I found, it's usually with someone said they just see something horrific in the mirror looking at them.
Oh gosh, that sounds awful.
So once you get that and you sit in the chair, the game should begin at 3:33. You should have your candle lit before 3:33, and close the door behind you. And your partner should be outside the door or just close by to where they can come in if needed.
Come in to save you? Is that
if you need to be saved.
Wow.
So they remain outside. They are not allowed to come inside. Now, one thing is you do not let the candle go out at all. So with the fan going, you need to protect the candle at all times. Do not let it go out at all. If it goes out, you're supposed to immediately relight it as fast as possible. So that's why I was like that's why I was saying keep a Zippo. It'd be better keep a Zippo that you can just light that immediately.
Yeah.
So you sit on the throne. Again, don't look directly into the mirrors. It said you should stare directly ahead and just ignore that the mirrors are even really there, or just not acknowledge them. If done properly, the game has started. You should feel that you're no longer alone in the room. Now, the queen is supposed to sit in one chair and the fool will sit in the other. It's your job to figure out which one is which, because they will be answering questions, but the queen will tell you the truth. The fool will not. He will try to deceive you and lie to you. So this is a game that you should take seriously. So when you ask questions, you should get responses from that. It sounds like coming from the mirrors. You have an hour to play this Q&A with these ghosts or with these entities that showed up at 4:33 or 4:34. Yeah, 4:34. Your partner outside should have their alarm go off at this time, and they need to come knock on the door and tell you the game is over. And then you need to get up, keep the candle lit, open the door, and then end the game. But if you did not, for some reason, hear your partner call out to you, and they didn't hear you respond to them, they're supposed to call your phone, and then that should be another way to contact you. If you haven't heard anything, you're supposed to always make sure your sentimental item that you have, that should be your anchor to let you know, like, okay, like I need to be like, I'm anchored into like the game. I'm anchored into the real world.
Yeah.
If still you have not responded to a phone call or the actual knocking, they're supposed to come into the room and call your name. They're not supposed to touch you. And then if still hasn't, so I didn't understand the bucket of water thing because I haven't seen anybody write about what. So I'm assuming if you still haven't responded, they're supposed to use the water, take the cup, and toss the water on you to like kind of snap you out of it. But I was like, that kind of seems like you're gonna blow out the candle by mistake if you do that wrong.
Yeah.
But by then they should get up. You should get up, leave the room, and then blow out the candle, and then the game is over. From what I've also seen, if the game has gone wrong and things have you're starting to get weird things happening around the house, you're supposed to leave and not come back until 6 a.m.
What?
That game sounds like a pain in the butt.
Exactly. That is the craziest game. And then also, when you're talking to these entities, they're verbally talking or they're talking in your head.
So from what I've understood, it sounds like they're talking you can hear them not in your head. So it sounds like they're sitting on the chairs and responding to you. Because that's what it said. Because from what I found, it says that you feel like two people have entered the room and sat down in those chairs and are talking to you. Whether or not you picked that up on any audio or anything like that, I'm not sure. Because you're supposed to be in that room completely by yourself. Again, I don't know having recording equipment inside if that breaks the game because because again, these are ritual based games, so you have to follow them to a T in order for them to work. Because I think if you just are able to I'll just set the mirrors up and then just, hey, come in the room, and I'd be like, that feels like that'd be too easy, and you're just and whatever, you'd be like, okay, I'm just in the room, and nothing's happening. Because most of the time when I hear about rituals and things like that, they exist for a reason, and to do the thing that they've done, and to deviate it from it at all, you're not taking the ritual that they have set up seriously, and it's like, well, if you're gonna skip out on this step, how committed are you to the actual ritual itself?
Yeah.
And to the end result that you're seeking. So I've always heard some people say that too, is the ritual exists for a reason and it should be followed for that reason.
How old is this game?
This one, I could not find the exact year, but it seems to be early 2000s-ish, around there.
Oh, are you serious?
To my knowledge. So it's not really and same thing with the next game I'll talk about. That one seems more, or this next one is more creepypasta based, it seems like. So I don't know the details of this one, because this one just seems to just fall into a certain this kind of appeared during that height of creepypastas and things like that.
Oh, that's interesting. Only because I would find that in the 1800s or the 1700s, when entertainment was not the thing. No, this is something that you could actually have, big giant candles, a bunch of mirrors, just all the things that would be required to make this function, other than the cell phone or a timer like that. But, that you would have the time to set all this up, since you're not watching TV or being distracted by social media and all that type of stuff. So that is interesting, knowing that someone went through this whole process of doing this and coming up with this concept.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, even the person that has to sit outside, that seems like a boring job. You have to sit out there for an hour and just kind of wait,
Yeah,
I guess you could be on your phone or something, but
yeah, because it doesn't say the person has to be out of they just have to be within the distance to be able to get to you once the game is over.
Oh, okay. They're not sitting in a chair waiting for an hour.
No, they're not they're not sitting in front of the door. You can be around the house, or just have to be able to have that person has to be able to come in let you know, first step, knock, hey, game's over, and then or don't hear a response. All right, let me call his phone. Because that's the other thing, because they mentioned cell phones in that, so it leads me to believe that this was a 2000s game, because it mentions having a fully charged phone for these. So it doesn't seem like it was. If there was a previous iterations, I don't know how they got around. It would just have to be no cell phone involved, and you just have to walk in the room and just tell them hey, the game's over.
But I wonder, what if that person falls asleep? What's the other person do? They have to then call them and say, hey, can you come in here or something?
No, because I think you can leave if you want to cut the game early. I didn't write that down. I forgot. But I remember it said too, you can end the game early if you don't feel like you can do the full hour.
Okay, that makes sense.
I didn't write that down, unfortunately.
Oh, it's definitely fine. But yeah, no, it's interesting. And I wonder, is there someone recording, with cameras just up in the ceiling, this particular setup, and to see what people actually gotten by doing this game?
I think it would be more like not really a camera, because I feel like if the camera catches what's in the mirror, that kind of breaks the game, because you're not supposed to be looking in the mirrors.
Yeah, no, just the overhead camera on the
like
ceiling at an angle, and just focused on the person that's sitting in the chair, with the mirrors to the back. I just wonder what they would even to see someone sitting and having a discussion as they're sitting there would creep me out. Like, can they hear that person, those entities talking, or
do they only hear you like asking questions and
Exactly.
like hearing nothing back in return?
Yeah, then getting the person's response afterwards, like, yeah, but didn't you hear the person talking to me? Didn't you catch it on camera? So that would be interesting. But that requires a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be committed to that one.
Yeah, that one's definitely one of the more lengthy ones.
Yeah, you couldn't even do it for a Halloween situation where you set up a room and you had people go through it, because one, it's a set time, it's for a set period of time, so you can only have like one person a day do this particular task and see if anything happens with it.
You can have like, if you have like because it doesn't say, because you can have like multiple rooms in the house, and like one person doing in one room, another person doing another. Like I think just those rooms can't have anything else in them aside from really the chairs and the items you have for the game.
That's creating a vortex. You would probably create a portal to hell.
So if you had like, if you had like 3 people do it, you need like 6 people, like one person in each room, and then, or you can even have just one person for each of the, like, they'll just like tell everybody like, hey, game's over. Hey, game's over. Hey, game's over.
Exactly. That's funny.
But yeah, that one was one of the more lengthy ones. So the final game is called the Midnight Man. But I've also heard it say it was called the Midnight Game as well. This game doesn't really take too much. It's not like the other 2 games where you need a whole slew of items or steps. So, but this game is supposedly a survival game that goes on from 12 a.m. to, again, 3:33 a.m.
Wow.
And so the only thing you need for this one is a paper, pencils, candles, this one is very like a wooden front door. This is one that was stipulated that you need a wooden front door. Salt and a pin needle, and all the lights need to be off in the house. First, and this one says like you don't need. It's not one player. You can have multiple people play the game. All players must write their name on the piece of paper, then use the pin needle to draw a little bit of blood and put it on the paper.
What?
Yep. And then you place the papers by the front door. Everybody lights their candles, and then someone. It didn't say everybody. But it sounds like it just one person goes up to the door and knocks 22 times. The 22nd knock must happen at midnight. And then you open the front door, blow out your candle, and then close the door. And then, from my understanding too, you were supposed to, after you do that, you light that candle again, and then by then, the Midnight Man has been summoned. The goal of the game is to survive. All players can walk around the house with the candle. And if your candle goes out, you have 10 seconds to light the candle. If you can't light your candle, you're supposed to surround yourself with salt and wait in that circle until 3:33 a.m.
Wow.
From what it says, if you fail and the Midnight Man catches you, he apparently assaults you with hallucinations until the game is over. So some of the signs that people have said that they, when the Midnight Man is near, because you can't see him really, your candle goes out, you suddenly feel cold, you hear loud whispering, or you can sometimes see the dark figure. those are all the things that like when your candle goes out, or that's how you know he's nearby. So you can move around the house, like you don't have to stay in one spot. Actually, it's encouraged you don't stay in the same spot, that you just have to relight your candle if it goes out and then move away from that location. And then this is like a long game of tag.
But the candle you have, like, supposed to last like 3.5 hours? I mean, I guess some of them do.
I don't think because it didn't say you needed one candle for the game. It just said like so I'm assuming if you have just access to multiple candles, to just kind of it didn't because I thought that too. Yeah, a game that lasts 3 hours and 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's
and you're walking around with it.
Yeah,
interesting.
But it didn't say anything that says that you can't use extra candles. But also, I don't think anybody like thought that when like they're like, oh yeah, like add the part where you can have like a whole box of candles just around, like a reload area.
Yeah.
There are warnings with the game though. You cannot use someone else's blood for when you put it on your name. You have to use yours. Do not stay in one spot. Do not fall asleep. Do not leave the house until the game is over. Do not use a lighter or a flashlight, anything in place of a candle. It has to be a candle. Do not turn on the lights. And this one was like, all the ones I found, this one, it was like capitalized, underscored, everything. Do not provoke the Midnight Man.
Well, I mean, do these people want a paranormal experience or supernatural experience, and that's why they're doing this?
It sounds like this one is more of like a like you're playing a game with something and they're looking for a chance to play a game with something supernatural. This one seems more like a game to actually play where the entity is taking part in actively moving around as opposed to just doing questions and answers.
Yeah, because some people may want to provoke it to have that experience.
I have not seen what happens if you provoke it. My understand if it's attacking you with hallucinations, I think that's just it's just to ignore the rules of the game and just hit you with hallucinations too. It says hallucinations are horrible and terrifying from what it says. What does it say? Some people have seen like traumatic experiences that happened to them in their life that they're reliving. Some people were seeing just like horrific things. It just seems like there's like this one is more of a game, just of hide and seek, tag, and just don't get tagged. It doesn't say if there was any rewards. I think you're just playing this for the love of the game.
I guess. Or, it's one of those, games that you just want to see who's brave enough to do it and who gets snatched by, this particular entity or have this experience. Because, maybe there are some people walking the street who are having these experiences and we just think they're crackheads. So I don't know.
Because it seems like he does. The game ends at 3:33, no matter what. It seems like the hallucinations end after the game is over. So it does seem like he has that. Like the Midnight Man has that. Like once the game is over, I'm done. I'm leaving. Yeah. So the game is done.
He can.
That's a long time, though. You have to walk. You can't stay still like for 3.5 hours. Like you have to just be moving around the whole time. That's like a big commitment too.
No bathroom breaks.
No bathroom breaks.
Oh yeah, forget that. I couldn't play that one.
It didn't say too because like it said too. Yeah, like if you can't light your candle fast enough, you're supposed to surround yourself with salt. I don't see if the salt has to be a specific diameter. It doesn't say.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. So it's not like you have to draw like a small little where you're only standing in. But a lot of these virtual games, they don't add a lot more details other than like how to set up the game.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them seem like your experience varies with everybody who plays these games. It seems like, or what they see.
Yeah, that's interesting though. Some fun for the kids at the sleepovers.
There was another one. It was I didn't look it up just because I was picked these 4 games, but basically it's like this game was just a hide and seek game. It's basically you're playing hide and seek with the spirit. That one I think that one didn't have a lot of steps to it. I didn't look it up. too much into it, but that one I think is the same thing. I think it's the same. It could be the same entity too. Yeah. But that one's the one I'll look up on my own time.
All right.
You gonna be playing any of these games, Mike?
If I had to pick any of these to play, it would probably be the elevator game.
Oh, okay.
Because the 3 hour and 33 minute long game of tag, I'd get bored after a while.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, because also if you're like in a small house, I feel like you're not going to get very far.
Yeah, we can do that in a hotel room.
No, that one's got to be done like if you know someone who has like a manor or something like that, where there's multiple areas you can move, like easily move about.
Yeah, because it's multiple people doing it, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't say there's a limit, and it sounds like you can play that game by yourself too.
Oh, well,
weird.
yeah. Forget that. That's a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, the elevator or the Three Kings game, I don't know if I could do that one. That one just got too many steps.
Yeah,
I feel like, and then you're reliant on a partner to help in case things go bad.
You can use your cat.
Oh, he'll just sit outside the door and be like, "Oh man, that sucks."
That's funny.
He would probably be in the room with me. I'd probably keep him seated on my lap. He's like, "This is my emotional item right here."
Wow.
Sorry, you guys froze for a bit, so I missed part of that conversation. I don't know if I froze too.
Oh no,
you didn't.
But yeah, those are my 4 games I picked out for this segment.
Okay, nice.
Those are interesting. I had never heard of those. I think I may have heard the elevator one, but I didn't really realize all the steps that were involved with it. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the elevator game and the midnight game or the Midnight Man game, those ones, they have movies about them too.
Oh, okay.
I think the elevator game didn't. I think because they're both low. I think they were both low budget movies. They didn't do too well, scored that well.
Yeah,
but they're out there though. If you just look up the elevator game movie or horror movie or something like those ones, they should come up.
Yeah, maybe I'll look for it and maybe do a review. Is it like Prime or something? Sounds like something that'd be on Prime.
Amy likes those B movies. So.
I do. I watch a lot of scary movies on Prime. So
that is funny. You should try Tubi. That's where.
Oh yeah, Tubi too. Yeah,
those are the low budget scary movies.
I just watched something. You know what I just watched on Tubi? I had never seen it before. Is Old Boy. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen Old Boy?
Wait, the Korean one or the
Yes. Have you seen that, Mike?
I've never seen that.
The Old Boy is like a really good Korean drama movie. Spike Lee did a remake. The remake is not good.
Oh, okay.
Is it a scary movie or is this
it's a real life. The guy is like I don't want to spoil too much, but it's nothing paranormal. It has to do with more like gangsters and thugs and things like that.
Yeah.
That movie has there's a very intense scene where he's like eating a squid live. That scene, I was like, man, that guy's tearing into that squid, and it was like
that's like a common delicacy though.
Live
squid.
It was moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was moving.
Yeah, no, I would talk about disturbing, but I highly recommend that movie. It is a classic, and that was the first time I saw it, but it was on Tubi, so if you want to check it out,
Tubi's
go
free.
to Tubi.
Save yourself though, but don't watch the Spike Lee one. That one was trash.
Dang.
Okay.
They had Josh Brolin was the main character in that one. And Samuel L. Jackson's in it too, and Elizabeth Olsen are in it. But it was just I think he was trying way too hard to be dedicated to the original, that he kind of just like, it just felt like it was just too, like I was watching it, I was like this isn't that good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's funny.
I'll stay away from that one. Yeah, but the original very good.
Yeah, the original great.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a brief break, and then we'll come back with Amy's segment. We'll see what she's doing. We'll be back.
This is brought to you by Strange Darkness Radio and OBSBot. If you create videos, stream, or podcast, OBSBot is a game changer. Their smart AI tracking keeps you perfectly centered, the video quality is crystal clear, and it all works hands-free so you can focus on your content while the camera does the work. Ready to upgrade? Use our code Strange Darkness Radio for big savings, and follow the link in the description to check out the full lineup. OBSBot makes creating easier, faster, and so much better.
Real quick, I should say though, as well, for those ritual games, there was a couple of ones that had like different little iterations between each one. So to our listeners, these might not be the exact word for word the ones you've seen, or because each other outlet seems to have a different correlation, a different step, a misstep, or anything that's something taken out. So the games have always been like changed from person to person. So the ones I've read, these aren't these are possibly could be the full ones, or they could even be like the ones like, oh no, these ones aren't like a listener be like, oh well no, that one is missing this, or you
a derivative of the games, because everybody has their own offshoots.
Yeah, so these are all research I was able to compile that I was able to find matching details of to a degree that linked up. Some of them did have like an extra step or another thing that was not supposed to happen, or things I've omitted.
Yeah.
But again, as Benson had said, these are games you play at your own risk. We are not held responsible for you playing these games.
Yes, for sure. Unless you're in an undisclosed location and we're actually there, we have to make sure everyone is safe.
Right.
But other than that, play at your own risk. But speaking of disclaimers.
Is it dark, twisted questions? Or is it choose your curse? Doesn't matter. Once the question has already found you, there are no safe answers here. Only choices that linger. 3 scenarios. Each one cursed. Each one demanding a price. You don't escape this game. You expose yourself through it. Choose carefully. With Amy Tydeman. Only on Strange Darkness Radio.
All right. Amy, what do you have for us tonight? Which game are you playing?
Tonight we are going to be doing the first ever Choose Your Curse game. So, a little bit different than the twisted questions, but I am very excited to play this game with Mike for the first time, and Bobby actually, because it's all of our first time. So
yes.
I'm ready to get into it.
All right,
I'm ready.
Okay.
This is probably tamed, Mike, just for the record, from the twisted questions, because those things are wild. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the twisted questions are a little bit different style than the Choose Your Curse. So there are no poop questions here tonight. No funny. Bodily fluid one. I don't think so. Yeah, we'll save those for the next time, though.
Wow.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, first one, you wake up with an unexplained implant behind your ear. So, there are 3 options that are presented to you. Okay, the first one is you can remove that implant and gain everything. So, once you remove it, you develop the ability to hear the thoughts of anyone within 10 feet of you. So, just constantly hearing it. There's no off switch. Every unfiltered private thought that anyone has ever had about you, you're going to hear it. So forever. All right. So that's the first option. Second option is you keep that implant and you become very important, though. So whoever placed it begins sending you resources like money, protection, and information that keeps you one step ahead of everyone around you. So your life will dramatically improve. But every few months without warning, you're going to lose 48 hours of your life. So you're going to wake up with no memory of where you were or what you did for 48 hours.
Wow.
Okay, the last option, destroy that implant and you remove it, there are no side effects, you are free. But within a week, you realize that something that used to feel deeply familiar to you is gone. So now it feels like there's something missing from your life. You just don't feel the same anymore. So which curse would you choose?
And you have no memory, you said, with the second one, like when you go, like when you wake up 48 hours later, correct?
It's missing. Yep.
So yeah, every few months you lose 48 hours of your life. So could maybe happen like, every 4 months you're going to lose 2 days where you don't know what you did.
I'll do that one.
Okay, why would you do that one?
Well, being the step ahead, and I think just being missing for 2 days out of every other month feels like it's more worth it. And I don't remember what occurs, but I can say with the first one, I don't think I could deal with hearing people who are 10 feet from me, and you're around people unless you're going to be a nomad,
Recluse.
like a recluse your entire life and not be near people at all. Because even if you have a partner, you're going to be hearing their thoughts.
Their thoughts about you. You're gonna hear what they think about you. So you don't want to know what people think about you for real?
Not really.
But also, Mike, you appear on the news because you killed someone or did something for those 48 hours of that missing time because you don't know what you've done.
But I'm a step ahead and I will be gone before anything happens.
But it happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like it's a possibility that may not work out for you, but it does say, you're a step ahead and they offer you protection.
Yeah, because it says so no matter what, like with those 2 days, like I don't know what happens. But yeah, it feels like that one, while it does have that downside of not knowing what could have transpired to you within those 2 days,
what you were doing
every other month.
Killing
But the fact that
people.
you never know what was going to happen. But that's the one that just feels like it has unless you're going to, like I said, unless you're the first one, you're going to be a recluse your entire life or just not be around like people. Can I hear my pet's thoughts on the first one, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? Or is it just humans?
I think it's just humans, but
That is
never mind.
well, no, it says the thoughts of anyone within 10 feet of you. So yeah, maybe that could include animals
He would
too.
like,
So
I
does
wanna
that change your answer then? If you
to
could
my
hear your
pets.
pets?
Possibly, because I think at that point, then I would pick the first one. If pets are involved, then I would just have my dogs with me, because all you would hear is just your dog be like, "I love this person. I love this person." I love
Or
this person.
go to hell. It's like, dang, you got me trapped. Like, how can I get away from you?
No, that's just the cats. You hear that from cats.
Yeah.
For me personally, I would go with number 3. It's just like, everything you've lived already for the most part, to where you forget, certain aspects, and someone reminds you, then you start thinking about that thought, and then it stays in your brain. But then as time goes forward, you forget all about that particular thought. So I think I would go with number 3.
Yeah, you're okay with feeling like something's missing.
Yeah. I do that every day anyway.
Bobby. Well, that's not good.
So I think my hierarchy would be the second one, the first one, and then the third one would be my third pick if I had to pick them in a hierarchy.
No hierarchies. Only get one.
Yeah,
shot.
I mean, I'm saying like the first one would be the second shot, the second option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mike. I'm going to pick option B too, because it says your life improves dramatically. And you would think, even though you forget or you don't know what you're doing for 2 days, like it would seem like you would still have your same mindset, like where you wouldn't do something horrible.
Does Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. Look what his situation is lately. So I'm good.
Yeah,
and then Amy, it's so funny because you don't like being out of control or, not relinquishing control. So that'll be interesting.
But you could still possibly be in control. You just don't remember what you did. It didn't say you're going to go crazy.
No,
it just said you're not going to remember what you did.
But it's probably something wild that they have you do for that money. Everything comes at a price.
I'm just going to wake up and be like, shit, my kidney's missing.
Damn. But you got money.
Yeah.
Money, protection, and you're one step ahead of everyone around you. That doesn't sound too bad to me. Yeah, I would pick option B. Yeah. But, all right. Are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. This is the year of no escape. You do not get to leave and you do not get to skip any nights. So, which of these three options would you choose? A hospital room where the last patient never checked out and the call button still lights up at 2:25 a.m. each night, or a lighthouse where the keeper vanished mid-entry. His final log entry trails off with the words, "It's here in the," and then it trails off. Okay, the third option is a house where you're awakened at 3:33 a.m. every night by a woman's single piercing scream.
Real quick, why is the 333 the number that popped up the most in this episode?
Oh,
From the games and then from that one.
Is that like the witching hour? Or is the witching hour 3 a.m.?
I was always told 3 a.m. is when it is.
Okay.
But
yeah.
333 seems to be the theme of tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might call this episode 333.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of creepy then. Yeah. I don't want to be awake at 3:33 a.m. now. Yeah.
Bobby, go ahead. I went first on the last one.
I would say I will take number 2.
The lighthouse.
Yeah.
Really? So you would be alone in the lighthouse with something possibly evil? I mean, you don't know it's
Who's
evil,
to say
but
if it's evil? Exactly. It could just be the old night watchman that used to flick the light on for the boats out there.
yeah, but he
lost
vanished
during
mid-entry.
storms.
That's weird.
Yeah, I'm not doing the hospital, and I'm not doing the third. I would go with the lighthouse. I love lighthouses. They're curious to me.
Yeah, but have you never seen The Fog?
Oh yeah.
Where she's in the lighthouse by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Ghost Hunters, one of the big catches that they got was that lighthouse. I forgot where it was. The entity that was at the very top, and then they saw it look over, and then they ran up and chased it and was gone. But
yeah, that one was creepy.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think I would do the lighthouse one.
Really?
Well, because for all we know, like he was doing the entry, and then there's a loud bang at the top of the lighthouse, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go fix the light," and he stopped, went to the top, and then slipped and fell off.
Dang.
Wait.
Nothing supernatural in it. It could have just been an accident.
Okay, but it's a year. You guys could be a year in a lighthouse?
I think I could do it.
I think I could do it. I'm not doing the hospital.
No, Bobby
and
could not do it. You just said you have to talk to people in the elevator. Mike, I believe, could do it. Because are you introverted, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
I am in this studio night and day doing all kinds of things, and I'm by myself. So I definitely can be alone in a lighthouse, 100%.
I mean, as I've said too, I've done when I've gone on my disappeared on my birthday. I'm gone for like 24 hours where I don't talk to people.
Mm-hmm. So you'd be good. So you could be okay with like a year with no contact with people.
You don't think you could?
I think I could.
Yeah.
Or
Amy.
Bobby. I mean,
No, Amy.
or Mike. No, I don't think that. I am also introverted, but could I go a year by myself? No, not in a lighthouse. That's very lonely. Maybe if it was
As long
like
as I have books, I'll be good.
I think I would just draw a picture on the wall and be like, "That's my friend. That's who I talk to."
Hell no.
Wilson. That's Wilson.
Damn.
it just seems so like lonely. Like if I was like in some nice modern house with all these amenities and a pool and nice views.
It's
of
a
the hills.
lighthouse, to where you can look out over the ocean. If, someone's distressed, you can turn that baby on and, light up the sky. You have all kind of different options. Lighthouses, I've always been drawn to lighthouses.
You will get to talk to someone, I think, when they come drop off your supplies. So you have that little interaction every now and again.
She's saying, from what Amy's saying, we don't get no supplies. We're in there just like starving to death.
You have to
you
go
would do the
forage for
hospital?
your own supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would pick the hospital. Yeah, because, there's other people there you're going to be taken care of. And it's just a call light that lights up, each night. That doesn't seem too bad,
And the other person who never left.
Well, yeah, I don't like the idea of that, but I'm not doing a lighthouse, nor am I going to be woken up every single night by women screaming.
No, that one was not, that last one was like a no.
Yeah, I need my sleep. I can't deal with that. That was funny.
That's when it just stops being scary and just starts being annoying when you just start yelling at it.
Like years later.
Yeah.
You start screaming at her.
Yeah.
That is funny. Okay. Next question. One paranormal sense awakens forever. So the first one, you see portals opening and closing, and you never know what's about to step through. Could be good, could be evil. Okay, the second one, you hear conversations from the afterlife. So, and you hear whispers layered over every living voice nonstop. And then the third one is you feel when something inhuman is nearby, and sometimes they touch you. So which one will you choose?
First one.
Okay. Why? Why the first one?
I think I would just pick that one just to see what comes through. A lot
Even
of
if it's like an evil demon?
It didn't say it was always going to be an evil entity.
But it said it could be.
It could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the third one guarantees it's evil. And the second one is I don't think I can live with hearing whispers over people. Like if I'm doing the podcast like this and I'm trying to talk and I'm just hearing, and every time you guys are talking, I hear that. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Yeah,
it would have to be the
crazy.
first one.
You would go insane.
Yeah, so it would definitely be the first one.
Yeah, me too. I think
You're the first one, Amy?
I'd have to go with the first one. Although
I would go with the third one.
You would?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I would use it to my advantage for what we do on this show. And hopefully these entities will let me know, like if I'm in the presence of someone who is kin to another person that's with me, I'm able to talk to that person and relay messages and everything else. So I would try to use that to an advantage. And again, that's why I do this show, is to truly see what's going on out there. And for someone to actually speak and talk and able to have a conversation with, I think will be interesting.
Yeah, but sometimes they touch you.
Yeah.
You're okay with
No
that?
diddy.
Yeah. We said just touching, so it's nothing,
Yeah, but you're okay if it's
nefarious
a diddy
way.
touch?
No, not okay with the diddy touch.
Well,
even if it's a
that's
succubus.
what's gonna happen.
it could do it when you're like
No,
taking the
just
shower,
touching.
using the
Yeah,
bathroom.
sleeping.
You don't get to decide when it does when it does this.
Yeah.
That is too funny. But yeah,
Bobby's
the portals-
hoping it's a good-looking female
No,
entity.
A
good.
succubus.
No,
Yeah,
no,
succubus.
she's gonna have STDs. But no, I would say the portal thing, that would be like freaky as hell to just see portals randomly open up. Then I would wonder, can they see you? Are you going to, fall into one or get snatched into one? And I also think that would drive me crazy along with the voices, because you're telling people, I'm seeing this, don't step there, I'm seeing this portal, and it's just, becomes a situation where you are out and about and you're seeing all this happen. I think you would probably become psychotic. And if you're at home or wherever else, like, okay, this guy's going to talk to me. This person's going to approach me. Because imagine what psychics go through when they're hearing these voices, talk to them, and some, are being possessed by these people that, take, they take on those characteristics of that person who are doing the trance, that go into trances. What is it called when they're channeling a person? So I think that's along the same lines as, either being touched or at least being invaded somehow, some way. But that's been going on forever. So
Also, the demonic entity one, you don't know if it's going to be there to want to assist you in your goal of trying to prove its existence. It might try to because the demonic entities usually do things for their own gain and not the gain of the person they're reaching out to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You mean in the third one?
Yeah, the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's very true.
Because you might say, like, I'm gonna set up a camera and watch this thing show up, and then you never, like, it probably won't show up on the camera at all.
Yeah, I would be doing something like that. But seeing portals just randomly for the rest of my life, just appearing and things walking in and out, that'd be crazy. I wouldn't even be able to go to work.
Could be good though, too.
How?
Well, it says good ones and
could be
evil
good
ones,
or
'cause
evil.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, imagine, you're driving and the portal just opens up. You're like, am I going to drive through? I mean, just like, that's just wild. I can't even imagine that.
I think I would still stick with the first one, though.
Yeah, that seems kind of like fun, actually, to see portals popping up.
She's like, Disneyland. What ride are we going on tonight?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, next question. One cursed object attaches itself to you forever. You can't throw it away, you can't lose it, and it always comes back. So, first one, a music box that plays whenever danger is near, but you never know what will happen or how close the danger is. Second one, a ring that grows ice cold when you're being watched, even if you don't know who or what is watching. And the third one, a photograph that slowly reveals something standing closer behind you each time.
I'm going to answer this. I would like the ring only because I would know something's watching me. That's either from a paranormal or other plane or other reality. I think I would choose that one.
Because you want to know?
Yeah, I would definitely want to know if there's something watching me.
We're going to be doing the Men in Black episode, and then that's when you'll get that ring. That's when you know they're watching you.
Yeah. But are we talking about spiritual entities watching, or are we talking about just people in general? Like there's this guy looking at you or a girl looking at you. You're talking about that, or are you talking about?
I guess it could be either one. You never know. Says even if you don't know who or what is watching.
No. Oh, okay. If it's that, no, I wouldn't want that. Only because people watch me all the time.
Imagine you're going out camping and you got that ring on. And I was gonna say, like, to Bobby, I was like, imagine you have that ring and you go out camping and then it starts turning ice cold.
Oh yeah,
that's when it becomes terrifying.
Yeah, I would want to know if something's watching me in the dark.
What would you do though?
I would be aware. Now my senses are heightened, and I'm like, okay, I'm in, get ready mode for whatever there is, or I'm, looking around me, seeing who is watching me. If it's something that I can't see, because the ring is true, so I'm going to assume that something is watching me. If the ring is true, that means, I better get my dukes up or figure it out. But yeah, I don't know if I would pick that one. I'll go with the picture.
Because you don't care if there's humans looking at you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want. No, humans watch me for some reason.
Wait a minute. Go back. I got to hear. What are you talking about? Why are people always watching you?
I don't know. They just do.
Like people stare at you all the time?
No. I'm very engaging, I guess. People will say hi to me like I'm trying to avoid, and they go out of their way to say hi. Some of the strangest people.
Like you have a magnetic persona.
I guess. But I would pick the picture if they weren't regular humans. If there were entities watching me, that's what I want to know. That's would be watching, or that are around me or present would be entities, not just a general regular person.
Yeah, sorry. I think if I had to, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say if I had to pick one, probably the first one. I think the music box.
Yeah,
that would drive me crazy.
Yeah,
like if danger is nearby. I don't know. I think it would. I think of them, like, I would like the picture one. The ring one, I think, would just be like, because it's like, is the person staring at you or watching you with intent goes off, or is it just someone who just happened to just look in your general direction?
Yeah, exactly.
Either one.
Like, does it goes off? But if I had to pick one, I think I'd pick the danger one, because it seems like more if there's a danger attributed to me, and even though I won't know when or where it's coming from. I at least would be like able to be more, I guess, aware of like, okay, what like, and if it because it doesn't say like what happens like when it turns off, does that mean the danger has gone
Subsided.
away and I've successfully moved away from the area of where that danger? But
Yeah,
I think I would I just pick the first one, the music box.
I feel like that one can make you crazy too. Because what if you're like at your job and the music box goes off, but you don't see anything? Like you're gonna be freaking out all day, right?
Yeah. Ooh, workman's comp.
I don't think that would fly, buddy. They'll be like, we don't hear anything. It must be a ringing in your ear. You know. That's funny.
Yeah. I would pick the ring, I think, because I would just tell myself, oh, it's humans are looking at me. Like I would just try to talk myself into the fact that it's
you would be cold all the time then. That would yeah. That's what I'm saying. With that, if it was just regular people, I mean, women get stared at all the time. So you don't even know people are watching you as you're walking about or moving around. And then you're sitting there freezing to death. But I would want to know if it's entities or something paranormal or, in another realm.
I think that would be the scary thing if you're just in the shower by yourself and then the ring turns cold.
Oh, yes.
That's when it would drive you. I think that's when it would drive you more crazy.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
I don't know if it would drive you crazy, but now you know, oh, there's an entity here. Like, let me try to communicate. I mean, again, that's my mindset is, let me get out my EMF reader and all this stuff and see if I can pick it up so where I can have evidence for someone else. Imagine being, because again, that's why we, do what we do. Imagine having a psychic with us and we're doing an investigation and they're like, I can tell there's a presence here. Then they're going in the direction. Then we start using all of our tools and then we start catching stuff because they're like, yeah, it's sitting right there. Like I can feel it. That's the, that's the thing. That's what I would use it for.
Or until you discover you had a hidden camera in your bathroom somewhere, and that's how you're being watched.
Oh yeah.
Or
we might have that do at an Airbnb. They're still doing that thing. So
that's crazy.
Gotta be careful.
I think that's the first one. We all three of us picked something of the three things and then double up on one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. See, that photograph one, that would freak me out because I just saw I think it was a short film on YouTube that every time she blinked or closed her eyes or something, some entity would be closer and closer.
I think I saw that short film. I think
that
I saw that
is
same
so
one.
creepy. And that's what that reminds me of. Yeah, I don't think I could deal with that. Yeah. But okay. Next one. When you die, your soul will transform into one of these. So, a wandering spirit, you can see and hear the living, but they can never sense you. You watch everyone you love move on and grow old, and you can never leave the places that mattered most. Second one, a guardian apparition. You are bound to protect one person for eternity. You don't know who it will be. You can intervene only through subtle influence. And every time you save them, you feel the pain that was meant for them instead. Wow. Last one, a whispering shadow. You can enter minds and plant thoughts and shift decisions, but each time you influence someone, a piece of your own identity erodes until one day you no longer remember who you are, but you know that you must continue.
Wow. Wait, what was the first one?
The wandering spirit, where you can see and hear the living and you watch everyone you love move on and grow old and you can never leave ever.
Did I answer the last one first, or was that you, Bobby?
What's that?
The last one, because I was going to say I can answer
first.
No,
go ahead. Go for it.
I think I'll go with the third.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'll go with the third option.
Why? Why would you pick that one?
The first one feels incredibly sad because I have many young family members and knowing that I will watching them grow and then never being able to interact with them ever would make me too sad.
Yeah.
The second one, and then it doesn't say like what happens after that occurred, because it says you're gonna be with your family like generationally forever. So that's going to be something you're going to constantly see someone grow and then age and then die, and you're never going to see them again after that because you're going to be stuck with the family forever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, I really like, protecting one person and then taking the pain.
Epstein or whoever, drug dealer,
could be somebody horrible. Someone you can't
because it
stand.
doesn't say it's someone good or someone who needs that. So you never know with that draw.
Yeah.
So I think I would pick the third one. I think I'm dead already. After a while of losing the piece of yourself, like that just kind of like, it just feels like that's just generally what happens with people with a different level. That's like another level of ascension. You just kind of forget a little bit, but your duty still though. Yeah. At least. So I would just pick that one. I think that one just has the less damaging to me, it feels like.
Yeah. Okay, Bobby.
I would say the first one. Only because I believe that's probably what we'll end up doing anyways.
But does that make it fun just because that's what will happen?
It doesn't make it fun. It just makes it something that I think might be the natural progression. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully we go to another place or we get, like, okay, you've done this, now go to this level. Now you're a B, now you're a whatever, reincarnated or whatever people believe. But I do believe if it's possible that these entities that we call ghosts are loved ones that are somehow watching over us or watching us. Now, whether or not they're stuck, whether or not they can't move on, and why some are able to give us a sign and then others are not, and they're just in this space and they can't communicate. Oh, again, is it, how many times you've gone through this process and you better understand the afterlife and able to push a little cube or, whisper into someone's ear. But I would say, I think we probably, unfortunately, end up doing number one anyways. And, then if I pick number 3, you're going to lose yourself regardless. I would rather watch loved ones of generations, play out, and seeing, all these beings that, you created, your whole lineage, and, whether or not it stops or how, like, I wonder how that happens. Like, let's say this, that was how it played out, right? But then you only have one son, and then he had one kid, and then the other kid just has no kids, it's shut off, or do you go to a grandmother or whatever? But yeah, I would say number 1 for me.
But then, like you said, if that lineage ends, you're just wandering and looking at nothing.
Yeah.
Forever.
You had what did it say? You had to stay in the areas that were sentimental to you. That's what it said. The first one?
You can never leave the places that mattered most. So if that lineage stops, you're stuck there.
Yeah. I think some people are stuck. But with number 3, you eventually lose yourself, or you don't even know who you are regardless. So whether or not you're stuck in your mind or you're stuck in a situation or a body that you don't even know who you are, so that's already lost. Or what was number 2? Number 2 was
you have to protect someone. One person, and you don't know who it's going to be.
Exactly. You're up there trying to protect Saddam Hussein and nudge this. Somebody nudged the bullet that was meant for Trump when the shooter on the roof, the first shot. Because people believe that actually was a time slip to where someone actually, went back and made that bullet miss. So it's interesting. If, some people also believe it was fake and all kind of different things with that scenario. But imagine that. Imagine if you, like you said, you're with somebody who is good or bad, however you feel about anybody, and then but you're manipulating the situation to make sure they're okay and they live throughout whatever it is, whether it's someone nefarious or, obviously if it's someone good, you're doing good deed, and that's awesome. And then you're trapped. You say locked in with that person forever, like even like they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, that's true. One person for eternity. So that doesn't make sense. But maybe you have
probably
to.
you have the caveat for that one is like if that person passes away, it gives you another random person in the world again
to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it meant until the end of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one would you pick?
I'm going to go with Mike for all the same reasons. And I actually think it would be fun to enter people's minds and plant thoughts and like get them to do certain things because you could probably change the world if you could do that, right?
You could, but eventually, I wonder like how long would it take for you to lose yourself? And I guess those abilities would go away with it, right? Because you don't even know. Well,
it said you would always know what you're there for. It said you'll always know that, like what you're meant to be there to do or you know what your ability is and what you're there to do.
Right. It's just you don't know anything about yourself. Like you just lose yourself, but you could still go on and shift decisions and enter people's minds. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I agree with Mike. It's like you're dead. I don't care. Who cares? I don't need to remember who I am. Like, what does that mean to me when I'm dead? You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's funny because I'm the opposite in the sense I would never want to change someone else's fate to change their decision of what they would normally do opposed to you're manipulating them.
Well, you could also put a subliminal message, like it said, like you whispered. You could
still manipulation?
What I was saying, you can also put in their head like, hey, like they're like, oh, I don't know if I should do this thing, or like, that might seem like a waste of time. But you could also move it to be like, hey, it could be a good idea to go. Like, you never know, try it out.
Yeah, that goes into, do we have free will?
Well, you're not really telling them. You're whispering like, give it a try.
No, you're not. That's the whole point. You're not telling them, but they're also not actually choosing that decision, or they made a bad decision and then you change the outcome of it to make it good, opposed to like they were going to jump out in the middle of the street and get hit and killed, and you kind of nudge them back, from changing their course.
Well, again, this third one, it said you could. It doesn't say you have to use it. It just says every time you do this, you lose a piece yourself. So it doesn't seem like you have like, hey, when you go to this person, you have to speak to them.
Yeah, you don't have to keep doing it. Yeah, maybe you do it 2 times throughout eternity, and then you don't really lose anything.
Yeah, because it's not bad giving someone a suggestion or help giving someone a nudge in the right direction. It's different when you tell them like you need to do this because I say you need to do this.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I think would be fun is like people you don't like, you go into their head and make them do all the wrong things.
That is bad. That's Amy's bad side. That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's like my petty side. That would be kind of fun, I think.
It's that little tail that comes out from time to time.
All right. Okay.
Okay, last one. Yeah, last one.
Okay. All right. So every night at 3:03 a.m., not 3:33, 3:03 a.m., you wake up, you cannot move, and you hear one sentence. So first sentence is, it's almost your turn. You don't know what turn means, but every day someone experiences something terrible. Okay. Second one, it knows you know. You're not sure what you know, but things in the room violently shake and you experience vertigo when you start trying to figure it out. Wow. All right, the last one, don't fall asleep the rest of the night. And one night you won't be able to stay awake. So those are your 3 options.
Wait. On that third one, you got to explain that one. So if you fall asleep, you stay awake, what?
So it's telling you, so you're asleep, and then it wakes you up at 3:03, telling you the rest of the night, do not fall asleep.
Oh, that's
the rest of the night.
But one night you do end up falling asleep, and it's just left to interpretation.
Those are weird ones.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to run that. You got to run that again.
I can go first if you want.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it if you remember.
So if I had to pick, even though I hate heights, I think I would have to go with the second one.
Okay. It knows you know.
Yeah. The closer, like, I don't know what it is. The room is violently shaking. I don't know.
There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and then I think I would have to chase that vertigo feeling and then just be like, all right, for this to end. Because I don't know if I could live with the idea of like, don't fall asleep. And then the first one was something happens
It's
to your
almost
family
your
member.
turn.
Yeah, it's almost your turn, and something horrible happens to a family member. I couldn't put that on them. I would just have to suffer through the second one by myself.
Yeah. Plus, the second one, you don't have to try to figure it out. You could just mentally try to block that and not experience the vertigo and the violent shaking.
You build some medication.
Yeah, something strong. But I think I would pick the second one. Not going to sleep, like not going to sleep or being told not to go to sleep is already terrifying enough.
Oh yeah, me too.
The sleep paralysis demon sucks.
I would go with the third only because I don't sleep as it is. So yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be easy for you.
No. Yeah. I would love to sleep 8 hours. I don't think I've ever slept 8 hours in my life.
Ever? Even as a kid?
No. As a kid, I used to stay up for like 3 or 4 days. We used to play games about, because I was with my cousins. My parents were in the military. So, my dad. And so there were times I would stay with my aunt. And so we would play games who could stay up the longest. And I've always won that.
But when did that start, Bobby?
Started forever. That I can remember.
That is crazy. But you know how unhealthy that is, right? Like you've seen the videos of people saying like, if you don't get sleep, then you get all kinds.
Yeah. I would love to sleep. That's what I'm saying. My dream is to sleep 8 hours. That's crazy to even think about. But but I dream. I go into REM sleep extremely quick. If I sleep for like 2 or 3 hours, I will dream like crazy.
But do you fall asleep right away when you're when you're this exhausted? You go to bed, like, are you instantly asleep?
No, I have to listen to stuff. I've been listening to Alan Watts a lot, but yeah, like I said, my normal thing is usually 4 to 5 hours. But lately it's been like 2-3 hours.
Oh gosh, yeah, I couldn't deal with that.
Which one would you pick, Amy?
Sorry, let me go back. I picked the same one. It knows you know, and then I would just not try to figure out what it was to avoid anything happening. Yeah, I need my sleep.
How would that work, though? How would that work? It knows you know.
It sounds like just the room. That room is violently so whatever the secret is in that room. So if I just walk out the room, is everything just good until I go back in that room? Yeah. I wonder.
I think it's any room you're in.
Oh, any room you're in.
As soon as you start trying to think of what it is, it shakes wherever you are.
Yeah, that would be maddening.
So, that doesn't guarantee that whatever the thing is in that room necessarily. It seems like whatever the room, wherever the thing you're trying to find is in that room. And once... I feel like that'd be an easy way to find out where it is, because if the room doesn't shake, then it's not there, and then you could just probably go your whole life not knowing where that thing is.
That would be horrible.
Until, it sounds like it shakes when you go into the room that has it, and then you get the vertigo feeling.
No, but I don't think it was saying that. I just think it means things are going to shake once you. It's not saying it's in that room.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'd still pick the second one.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah. I need my sleep. And then, like you said, I can't be having something horrible happen like on the first one. So, yeah.
You guys cannot function. You wouldn't be able to drive. You wouldn't be able to be at...
Without sleeping?
No, I'm talking about the whole vertigo and all that, madness that in the rooms, I don't know if the room would be shaking, but you're sitting there shaking like, it's an earthquake and everybody looking at it like, what the hell?
Yeah, what magnitude earthquake is it?
Yeah, but that's just when you start trying to figure it out. So just don't try to figure out what it is. And then you don't have that
problem.
That's
like what you said with the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
You will want to look. You will, you're...
I think I can ignore it.
That is true. Like, yeah, just it's just automatically going to come up in your brain and you start analyzing things. So, that is true. But I still think that's the best one out of all three.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so too. But I don't sleep, so it's be par for the
He's
course
looking forward
me.
for that when he does sleep, and then never know what happens to him after that.
I will take that. I will
Yeah.
take that.
But not take what like blacking out for 48 hours and not knowing.
No, I'm good. Because if I'm still functioning and doing things or even being manipulated, who knows? But I wouldn't want to, find out like after the fact you've been running through Sacramento butt naked. How's that going to work out for you, Mike? So,
Yeah, but it didn't say you're gonna like lose your mind or something.
No, you wouldn't know what you've done. I mean, everything comes at a price. So,
And then the step ahead would be they'd be like, "Hey, get this guy some ad revenue. Look at him showing all like he's not afraid of anything."
That is hilarious. You are right, Mike. I'm going to say because I was looking at a TMZ article about a guy with the smallest member. And you guys know what I mean by member. He said it was the size of his thumbnail, his pinky thumbnail. And,
what?
Yeah. So if you guys want to check that out, it's on TMZ. So people will monetize and try to, make anything into something. So I guess you're right about that. You're very right.
Because for all you know, you went base jumping for 2 days straight, and you don't know what happened.
Dude, that would be crazy. Hopefully you survived it. But yeah, so again, these questions definitely made you think. Definitely is different than twisted questions. Those are hard within themselves, but these are more make you think and what you're really willing to live with, and won't be able to escape it one way or the other. So, and all of the I like how all of the the questions that you asked, none of them were really good. Curses or situations.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of what you're willing to live with.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, on that note, Amy, again, thanks for doing, what is it called? I don't even remember. I'm too
Choose
tired.
your curse.
Choose your curse. And I say I'm tired, but it doesn't mean I'm going to sleep. That's so funny. But yes, choose your curse. But
I feel like you should just try to go to sleep.
She said, no, I'm going to try.
I just don't understand how
That's
that's
your bottom
possible.
line.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to, if you're, I guess, creative, hard to shut your brain down when it comes to ideas, thoughts, and things. So I'm always, creating.
Yeah, I think the longest I ever stayed up was like 79 hours.
That's pretty good.
But that was because of insomnia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
That's when you start hallucinating and I started seeing stuff.
That's the one thing I've never hallucinated, regardless of how long I stayed up. Never. That's never. I get that weird body sensation as far as just being extremely tired, but then you're kind of like in a nummy mode. It's really weird, but never hallucinating. And again, the longest time I think I've stayed up was probably 5 days.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I think my longest was 24 hours. That's it.
Oh, dang. But when I even did the 5 days, the 3 days, the 4 days, thinking, I'm going to sleep for 8 hours. No, it doesn't work like that. Nope.
I think I slept for 12 after.
I slept for a good 4 to 5 hours.
Oh my gosh. It's like your body's been trained or something like that.
Or something. I don't know.
So on the topic of sleep, we could probably bring this up at another episode, but have either of you had a sleepwalking episode?
Never.
I have, yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
I've had one.
Oh, we definitely have to talk about that.
So we can save that for another episode.
Yes,
I'll bring
for
that.
Sure. That was a good little cliffhanger. I like that. But yeah, that's wild. Because there's this one guy who was sleepwalking, and he went over and killed his mother-in-law and father-in-law.
I think I heard about that one.
Yeah. He said he was sleepwalking. Obviously, he got tried and convicted. He was not supposedly sleepwalking, but that's what he said.
I think there was another one too about a guy that killed his wife, right?
Could be. But was he really sleepwalking, or I'm pretty sure it's okay.
That's what he claimed, yeah. I don't remember, but that's interesting defense.
You ever see the creepy video, the girl who's sleepwalking, she's standing at her sister's bed just staring at her? Not blinking at all. It's a creepy video. I'll have to send it in the group chat. Wow. But yeah, she's like, the girl's like standing like fully like staring at her sister, not blinking, and then
gosh.
the girl like recording her sister. She's yelling for her mom. The mom comes in, touches the daughter who's standing there, and she like snaps out of it and just gets back in the bed like
Oh
nothing
my
happened.
gosh. Yeah. If I ever woke up to someone staring at me, oh my gosh. Yeah, that would freak me out big time.
That is funny.
Yeah.
For all you Joe Budden podcasters, and again, I listen and watch Joe Budden's podcast. He actually had a sleepwalking episode, and he lives in a high-rise, highfalutin neighborhood, and he ended up at the neighbor's door, butt naked on ring cam, trying to open the door.
I think I saw that video.
Yeah, and they took him to court for stalking and trying to, molest the wife, some of the, and he proved that he was sleepwalking because he had a sleepwalking issue, and he doesn't sleep with clothes on, when he goes to sleep. And so he was in the hall of this his apartment complex. And
if you sleepwalk, why would you go to bed naked? That's crazy.
I don't know.
Well, we can let's save the sleepwalking for the episode.
Oh yeah, for what you got? Yeah, I didn't.
But I know what you mean. Like that's a crazy one.
Guys,
I do remember seeing that Ring camera footage. That was hella funny.
Yeah, but yeah. So anyways, on that note, we are out, and thank you guys for listening. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you listen for the word. Did I say the word on this episode? That is curious. If so, go through it and look for it. And if you think you know it, submit it at strangedarknessradio@gmail.com. And again, you can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast. And, tell a friend. All right, we are out.
Bye.